Here's how you can easily track things like ChatGPT and Claude and how many conversions you get from each of these sources. So as long as you've got Site Behaviour installed, you can see a dashboard like this where you can go into seeing your conversions over a time period. So we might filter the last 3 months and see how many conversions we're getting from Perplexity versus DeepSeek or ChatGPT. So I've got 4 conversions and it's a 2.16 conversion rate. If I scroll down, I can see the trend line on all of these platforms combined and what that looks like. And also with each platform, the increase or decrease in trend over that same time period compared to the last same time period, right? And so I'm going to teach you how to set this up yourself. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a count chart for each LLM. So we might do one for ChatGPT and Grok and Perplexity and DeepSeek. And all you need to do in Site Behavior is click on the charts and then create chart. You've got the count there already, and then you might do this for each one. So you go ChatGPT might be the first one, and we say this is the increase or decrease in performance for ChatGPT, something like that. And then in the filter, you simply go over to the source and then type in ChatGPT, okay? And then click apply filter and create chart. Now I've already done this, so I don't need to do this again, but you would simply need to create a chart for every single one of those platforms, right? And I've already done so, as you saw at the start of the video. And then the next thing that you will need to do is create one trend and one conversion chart for all LLMs combined to the same one. So it's less work. So all you need to do is create chart, and instead of the count, you go to conversions. And the conversions might be like all LLMs. You could say conversions if you want an easier naming convention. And then this is all the conversions we get from things like ChatGPT and Claude and other LLMs. Hopefully it like transcribed that properly. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to filter all the visitors to all of those sources. So we might say like ChatGPT and Claude and Perplexity. Perplexity's usually got like 2. Okay, and then you do that for all of them, right? You get the idea. I'll just click apply and continue. Now with the conversion action, you'll normally want to set this to some sort of checkout page, or maybe it is a thank you page. So I might say visits a page, exactly matches, and then is my thank you page, and then click save. Now scroll down and you'll probably want to make sure it's only unique website visitors, not every individual visit, because you might get bots or you might get scammers and things. Not that they'll visit your thank you page. And then you'll want to count it once, not every time, because maybe like you're like my business model where you only count that first conversion as like a customer or a lead sort of thing. So I might go count once, unique visitors, create chart. I've already done this again, so I'm not going to create chart, but you go ahead and do that. And then the final thing we'll do is create a trend chart. I skipped ahead to conversion because that was the closest one. So we'll create a trend chart. You're going to do the exact same thing. So instead of the conversion, you can go trends. You're going to filter to all the sources for LLMs. And then you're going to just create the chart, and that's going to show you this chart or trend line of traffic on a per day or per week basis. So from there, since you've got all the charts ready to go, you simply create a new board and then do like so, and then you're going to just add these to the board, right? You can add them in any way that you want, like so. I'm going to click cancel because you can see the way that I've structured my board. You can structure it however you want. Once you've created this very helpful dashboard, it helps to come back here every couple of weeks or so just to see how you're going. Now, it's not enough information. You of course need way more information to understand what's going on a per channel basis. So you might want to go into your dashboard and apply the exact same filters. So in your dashboard, you filter, you go to source, apply those same filters for ChatGPT and Claude and Perplexity and all that kind of stuff. Hit apply. And then what you can do is you can drill down like the pages they're visiting over time. So if I go like last 24 hours, I've got 5 visits to this blog post and 1 visit to my Google Ads specialist page. Now, if I go last 3 months, I can understand which pages are getting the most traffic. So it's a lot of blog posts. We've got some, commercial pages. So we're getting some of our service pages ranked and stuff like that, mostly from ChatGPT, but we've got some from Claude and Perplexity. We can see which countries they're coming from. We can have a look at all this kind of stuff, right? And this helps a lot more. So what do you actually do with the information once you've got the information? So here are 3 things that I recommend to get started. So if you find that one LLM like ChatGPT brings in more sales, then it might be a good idea to create more content in the same style or topic that LLM is indexing for and pulling from your website. So if you find the LLM's pulling in a lot of blog posts, maybe you can visit those blog posts on that dashboard and see, oh, okay, well, I should probably create more content like this because AI loves it, you know? The other thing you could do, if traffic from one LLM drops, you might want to like see that it dropped and then update and refresh the pages that used to get visits from LLMs and things like that. So you can just go back in time, look at the trend line and see, well, we're not getting much visitors from this, but in January last year, we had heaps, right? So you can go through that. And then you can check which page types, like guides or service pages, like we just saw in comparison pages, that LLM send users to or people to. And then you can create more pages like those, right? So those are some of the 3 action items you can take from that. So I hope that was helpful. If you've got any questions, leave them below. More than happy to answer. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.